So you can see in the next slide that we should be thinking about this rocking horse concept not as a linear up and down to the target straight ahead way I'm doing it now, but in a spiraling action where we're spiraling the hips and the chest in a sinking and a rising action. That's the correct way to think about the rocking horse in the modern game. Now to quickly just cover the three phases again from high level using Gasquet as our model here. So we've skipped some beginning stages where there's a reorientation. If the camera is the target, I'm reorienting 45, 60 degrees left of the target with my body, my legs, my shoulders out this way. That gives me the room for the take back that I need and the width and depth that I need. So we start in the first picture of the rock back with Gasquet, basically rocking back on his back foot, loading this back hip, arms up, spiraling up in this classic position that he has. So from a ready position, he's gone and he's rocked up. The pelvis has swung up here in this rocking horse fashion, and he's lowered his right leg a little to get more of that rock up angle that he wants to then go into the second phase, which is the rock down and forward. So we're not turning towards the target yet. We're just transitioning out here to the left, as we talked about in last week's lesson, the backhand Bermuda triangle. So we're sinking and loading the pelvis and getting our weight into our front side, but we're sinking even further than we did when we first started our take back. So that's the rock down and forward phase, and our arms drop into the slot. And then the rock up and to the right, well, initially we're going out to the left with our arm like we talked about last week with the runway portion of the stroke before we've turned our hips and pelvis. But at some point our hips and pelvis are going to rotate, pivot towards the target, and our arms will start to extend and rotate up. And we talked in a previous lesson that we don't want to have this rising and straightening too soon in this process. That will ruin the swing because we won't be able to rotate once we straighten up.